So this job kind of turned into a whole slew of issues, and I'm going to show you guys the video, and then I'll come back and kind of talk about what happened after. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brushworks channel. Today we're out in Dayton, Ohio. It is a really nice morning. It's about 70 degrees. So this job is going to be cool. You can see the back of the house here. Very small backyard. He's got young kids. He's got a little four-wheeler that they ride, and they've been going back into the woods, and his son has been getting poison ivy all the time. So he wants to open all this up, kind of open up his backyard. You can see he's got a little seating area back here, and you can't see it right now. You'll definitely see it when we're done. He's got a little A-frame building back in here, like a little camping building. So we're going to open all this up today. So it's going to be a pretty cool transformation on this one. This goes back pretty far. So I'll get some video footage of walking back there and kind of show you guys what's back there. So he's got this little trail here. A big contender for us today is going to be this little fence. So he wants this fence gone. It kind of goes all the way across over here. We've got to pull this out before we even start. But you can see he's got this little trail. It's pretty thick. But as we go back here, it goes back quite a ways. So that little 10-foot backyard he's got is gonna be totally different. You can't even see all the way back there. But this is gonna be a cool one. So we're a couple hours in. You can see how much Zach's cleared. Quite a bit. Here's kind of the front of the woods, back of the house. So today we've got Brian coming out. He's a professional videographer, and he's gonna help us get some cool clips and hopefully make this a pretty cool video. So he should be here soon, and we'll do that. day 2 of this one-day job. It happens, but this drive belt went bad. So we had to go get the parts yesterday from Bobcat, come back this morning and put it on. So we had just got a new drive belt put on by Bobcat before we brought this out. I guess it wasn't installed properly or what, but so we're putting a new one on, and Bobcat couldn't get out here for a week. So we've been working on this for a few hours. It's a little bit more complicated than it looks. We ended up calling a professional, a mobile service guy out here. Not from Bobcat because they couldn't get to us, but we found a third-party guy. So hopefully we'll get this thing back up and going and finishing up this job. These things happen, but that's part of it.
Go ahead and snake it on the back. It's easiest to work back to front. We can go ahead and take that out too.
Take it out, remove it?
Yep.
All right. This tensioner is going to shoot downwards all the way to the bottom.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, try not to kill you.
This over. Here's where it gets tricky. Hold, reposition. That gets it up as high as it'll go. And see, we're right at the limit already of where the end of that slot is at the tip of my finger there. So it would still be in there, but I don't think it's enough yet.
Oh, I gotcha. I understand what you're saying now. Very good. Man, that would have saved me a lot of time right there. You gotta almost do even like just fucking max it out, and that's why you were talking about we might have to take it off.
Do you mind holding that right there? I gotta reach all the way back.
Yep, I got it.
Slide it around those pumps.
Trying to get you light and hard.
Let off. Belt's on.
Oh my God. You are the man. Anything north of Middletown is all you.
So we are finally back up and moving. The issue was complicated because Bobcat replaced that drive belt, and then when they put the tensioner pulley back on, there's a little plate that kind of holds that tensioner pulley in the right area. And when they put that on, it was off-centered. And what happened was when that pulley would be under tension, it would rise up and it would start grinding on that tension pulley, so on the plate. And so we had to take the plate off. The tech that we called out here ran it over to a shop and hammered it out, bent it back straight. How it got bent to begin with, I have no idea, but we got it bent back straight, put back on, and we are back up and running. So we pretty much lost today, which sucks, but these things happen, so you just fix it and move on. All right, so we are wrapping up this job. You can see they have this mulched area over here, or this garden they did. Well, they had it end right over here because that's all the farther their property went before. You can see the mulch runs kind of all the way across. So they've got some plants they wanted to keep for now. But I imagine now that they have this big backyard, they're gonna redo this whole thing. So, see behind me. It's all opened up now. Zach's gonna spend the next couple hours kind of cleaning up all this stuff around here. I have to go, unfortunately, but Zach's gonna give me some after photos at the end of the job. Wife wants me home for dinner, so you know how it is. But looks good. Way opened up compared to where we started. Once we get this cleanup work in, it'll look really nice. So this area, he didn't want us to touch this area, something to do with the way the neighbor has it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe. So Zach never got me those cleanup after photos and video. Unfortunately, the machine, we believe, might have blown the engine right after I left. So I just kind of threw up the after photos that I had taken before I left. I was hoping to get the full cleanup after photos, but unfortunately not. So what we think happened was, I'll show you that graphic again of that idler pulley bracket. So because that wasn't centered, that idler pulley was creating a lot of resistance on the motor. We think what happened is it was making the motor struggle, and it was kind of wobbling out that middle part of that bracket, and that belt also controls the fuel. So when that machine went down again after I left, it was just pouring black smoke out of the exhaust. And it was basically in crawl mode. It didn't throw any errors. We hope the engine's not blown. It's hard to say. It wasn't like rattling like crazy. Could be a fuel issue. We had Bobcat replace what was in repair for before we did this job was the valve cover gasket they replaced. In order to do that, they had to remove the entire fuel system. So maybe it's something to do with the fuel issue that was caused by that idler pulley not being set up properly, not being centered properly when they put that new drive belt on. We really don't know. We're waiting on the diagnosis from Bobcat. However, I will say it was kind of the end of the line for us with Bobcat. The guys in service and the sales guys have been amazing. But even our 2025 machine had been in the shop over 5 times. One of the videos, the 2019 machine, and we just kind of decided it was time to move on from that. We were actually about to purchase a T86, and both machines, so not only did this machine go down today, our 2025 machine went down again. And we had planned on the next day signing papers for a 2025 T86, and we just said, not gonna happen. Both machines are down. We've got to do a more permanent solution. And unfortunately, we just don't think that Bobcat is a reliable brand. I mean, that may not be true for everybody, but it seems like it's true for us. So we went ahead and we contacted Columbus Equipment. We've had stellar reviews from them. Everybody recommends we go with them. And they recommended that we get the Takeuchi machine. So it's been a few days since we recorded this video, and that's exactly what we did. We went to Columbus Equipment and we picked up a new TL12 V2 machine, brand new from Takeuchi. And you know, we didn't want to switch from Bobcat, Like I said, the people there are amazing. It's just, unfortunately, we're just not confident that this brand is going to cut it for forestry mulching. So I'll show you a little clip of the new machine. I'll ultimately put together a video of the new machine. Hopefully Bobcat fixes that 2019. It's at their shop right now. We still haven't heard anything on a diagnosis. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'm super sorry I didn't get the clean after images. We're actually going to be going back out to that customer's house, and we're going to finish that job up hopefully this Sunday. But I wanted to get this video out there. So hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys give us a like and subscribe.
Where'd you get that shot?
It's a big machine.
You can hand me the phone.